In an epoch when communications were still slow and primitive, there appeared among distant peoples and at the farthest flung outposts of the empire several impersonators of that august divinity called Nero. Tacitus and Suetonius refers to the most celebrated of them all, Terentius.
Are you badly hurt?
Spartacus, we haven't the power to resist the Romans, but you could do something. Capture the head of the Roman legions.
You mean the commanding general, the Consul Metellus?
Yes.
Death to the Romans.
And Thrace has already been tamed, as you've been told by the Consul Metellus. The last pockets of resistance have been wiped out. The population of Thrace has accepted the yoke of empire.
The proposal advanced by Consul Metellus requesting the Emperor to make a state visit to Thrace seems to me to be premature.
I approve of Consul Metellus's proposal. Thrace is a land of rich possibilities.
If we send Nero, he'll bring back all the treasure of the Thracians.
What treasure are you talking about?
I believe in the legends.
Are you in a position to guarantee the safety of our divine emperor?
The arrival of Nero will be interpreted by the Thracian people as a sign of benevolence.
The Senate is grateful to you for your recommendation. You'll be informed in advance of the arrival date of the Emperor.
I've been waiting for you.
I found him in the Zabora slums.
Who is he?
A gladiator. He was drinking and fighting with everybody in the tavern.
Sounds like just the man we need. Does he resemble Nero?
Like two peas.
Why didn't you bring him with you?
I sent him to the baths. He really needed one, believe me.
Good. Everything's going according to plan. We'll leave immediately for Thrace.
Thrace? Where's that?
Far away in Asia.
You come from Rome?
From the Senate. With a message for the commander of the legions, the Consul Metellus.
You there! Messenger! What does the message say?
I don't know what it says. And I'm not supposed to know. All I know is that I'm to deliver it to Consul Metellus, and only to Consul Metellus.
If, as you seem to think, this message is so important, I'll escort you. It wouldn't be safe to let you travel alone through this country, which has only recently been conquered. Is the message in this case?
Yes.
Saddle up 2 horses.
you dogs.
Let's go.
Outside. Come out of there.
Come on, you two.
On your feet. You think you can sleep all day? Come on, get on your feet.
Thank you, Spartacus.
We're fortunate to have you with us, Spartacus. When do you intend to take action?
Before this night is over.
What's the councilman tell us doing here?
What are they doing?
I don't know. Don't kill him. He saved my life.
This day started under bad auspices. The priest strongly advised you not to make this inspection.
They certainly didn't predict the intervention of that prisoner. By the way, have him brought in here to me.
He's here.
I want to thank you. You have earned your liberty. You're a free man.
I didn't realize at the time that your life was worth only one in exchange.
What are you driving at?
That your life is worth at least 100 Thracians. Or am I wrong?
I can't liberate all those men. They attacked and wounded Roman legionnaires.
But those soldiers destroyed our villages.
The orders of the Emperor Nero are to treat with the utmost severity all those who rebel against the laws of Rome. However, I might mitigate the treatment of the prisoners. First, I want proof of your loyalty.
I can give it to you now. I never was one of your prisoners. I came here yesterday of my own free will.
What made you risk entering a Roman camp?
I had my reasons.
Call Marcus Venetius. You never win victories with brute force alone. You also have to have a brain.
You don't believe I have one?
Marcus Venetius, tell me what reason this man had for entering our camp.
He intended to kidnap you and hold you as hostage until we agreed to liberate his entire tribe.
What's his name?
Spartacus.
That's him.
You even know that?
You're the most famous of all the young Thracians. You had to save my life.
Yes. Good.
And now, let's show our loyalty to each other.
But how could you have found out?
You were kept under constant surveillance while you were allowed to remain free.
You may go, Marcus Vinicius.
You may be my enemy, but I'd save your life again.
Don't exaggerate, and don't tempt the gods too often. A man like you isn't easily overlooked. That's all now. Go. Go with him. Wait a moment. How are you going to get your hands free? Go now, Spartacus. While he's in camp, keep a sharp eye on him.
The Council Metellus has given orders that you can take 3 prisoners with you. Choose them.
This one, he's ill. The wounded man.
Take me too! Me too, me too! Oh, please, no, no.
Noble Lucius, what shall I do with these 3 Christians? It wasn't easy to capture them. They fought like tigers.
Put them in the column behind the wagon of the Emperor, the divine Nero.
We'll set up camp here.
Divine One, I hope your aim doesn't get any better. Because you might find yourself deprived of my services before we've completed our mission in this unpleasant land. Ha! Finally, we're here in Thrace. And you know why we're here. My Nero, you are the greatest of all gladiators.
I'm coming to the end of my patience.
Your job is only just beginning. My divine one, you can't quit on us now that we're here in Thrace. You must demonstrate your magnanimity and your wisdom, granting concessions to the Thracians. But above all, you'll publicly prove your strength in the arena.
Livia, have you gone out of your mind? He's the most priceless thing we have. I know how you feel, but before long we may become rich. This doesn't depend only on us, but also on him. Don't forget it.
I can't forget that I hate him.
Your hatred can't be allowed to affect our plans.
I hate all this.
And me? Tell me the truth, Livia. Do you hate me too?
You know the answer to that question. I couldn't possibly hate you.
This is as far as we go. Tomorrow at daybreak, the Romans will be here.
Why don't we move forward and attack them at night?
No. We'll ambush them in this ravine. The important thing is to take the Emperor prisoner.
Nero?
What we haven't been able to get from Metellus, we'll get from the Emperor. They'll be here any minute now. What's the matter?
Nothing.
You don't seem like yourself. Are you afraid?
Afraid? Me?
Here they come. Get ready.
Let's go.
Everybody, back against the wall. Look out!
Hold your position. There's nothing to worry about.
Their trap worked perfectly. Against them. The road is clear now. Forward.
Leave alone, Spartacus.
Go on, men. Go on. Don't try to talk now. It can wait till later.
Listen. I was the one. I did it. I warned the Romans.
You did?
I told them what you wanted to do in the Roman camp. And then I told them that you were going to try to kidnap the Emperor.
But why? Why?
I never had anything. All my life. I must tell something else. Lucius, consul of Nero, is preparing to...
Help! Help!
Wait here. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
My name is Livia. I'm a slave of the Emperor. I took advantage of the confusion to escape.
You took a big risk.
They told me that they were going to kill me because they found out I was a Christian.
You? A Christian?
What's so strange?
Well, I never knew that a woman could become a Christian. Besides, they've caused an awful lot of trouble lately.
You're not a Christian?
That's the sort of thing that I don't have time to be bothered with.
Wait! You can't leave me.
All right. What's to stop you from following me?
Listen to me, my dear Lucius. I must admit that you have the greatest mind in the Empire. After mine, of course. These Thracians are at our feet. Everything's working out just the way we planned it. Good old Lucius. You've been wonderful, and I'm going to reward you some way. I'll make you... What'll I make you?
Chamberlain of the palace when we return to Rome. Because remember, my divine one, that we must return to Rome.
Oh, what a pity. But anyway, I'll make you Grand Chamberlain of the palace. Or whatever else you want. I hereby grant to every man Roman citizenship.
You have news?
The worst possible.
What is it?
Read it yourself. This message was on its way to Metellus, commander of the legions.
You think the messenger had any idea of the importance of the message?
It doesn't matter. I took care of him. No one knows the contents of the message now except the two of us.
I suppose they'll send other messengers from Rome.
It seems likely, but certainly not for 3 or 4 days.
The original message is now in the hands of Metellus?
I delivered it, after altering it, saying that the Emperor would be arriving in Thrace momentarily.
There's only one thing left to do. Get possession of the Thracian treasury.
Don't you think it's a little premature?
We'll act now, because we may not have another chance. Come with me. That must be it. The head of the god Mithra. The center of the mouth. Give me your dagger. That old man we tortured in Rome told us the truth. It's been carried away.
How could they possibly have known about us? Our plan has failed. What now?
They must have been in a big hurry. Probably cleaned it out a few days ago. As soon as they heard that we were arriving. I'll find that treasure. It can't be far away.
We'll have to leave you here. But don't worry, we'll be back.
The soldiers of the Emperor are searching for me. I'm afraid.
Rome's enemies are our friends.
Our mission is very important to us. We're bound by a secret oath. Livia, you told me that the worst sin that a Christian can commit is to tell a falsehood.
Yes.
Are you prepared to swear by your God that you will never reveal to anyone what you're about to see?
I swear it. I swear by my God.
It's taken us centuries to amass all this. And with this treasure, we plan to buy back our liberty. Then we'll drive the invaders out of our land. It's a pity your God prefers the impoverished to the rich.
I never saw such riches before.
How can you resist it? You may be a Christian, but you're also a woman.
May I keep it?
I wish you could, but unfortunately it belongs to Thrace and to all of us.
Oh.
Time to go.
Let him amuse himself as long as possible. He doesn't know what the message says. In Rome, Nero has been murdered.
They must have started economizing in Rome. Look at this. Since when does Rome send out an imperial message that's been erased and rewritten? It's right there in the last part where it announces the imminent arrival of the Emperor in Thrace.
We may find ourselves facing something even more grave than it seems at first glance. The Emperor has already sent for me.
Tomorrow? No. We're going to get out of Thrace tonight. I'm going back home right this second. Do you understand? Huh? Well, don't you have anything to say?
I'm listening.
I'm going back to Pannonia, so if you need someone to impersonate the Emperor, you can play the part yourself.
Terentius, you'll stay with us. Up to now, I've made the right decisions, and I'm going to continue. Anyway, no one knows of Nero's murder except us, and it's important we be here for the full moon.
Why?
Because that's what we agreed with Livia when we sent her away to meet Spartacus.
Oh, you see? Everything around here is done for Livia while we risk our necks so that she can play games.
Shut up! I won't permit you to continue. Get this through your bonehead. I paid your way out of the arena when you were only a mediocre gladiator. I tried to make something out of you.
That's right, yeah.
And I forbid you to throw away everything just because you turned out to be a dirty yellow coward.
Me a coward? Lucius is right.
Consul Metellus asked to be admitted to the Emperor's presence.
Yes.
Tell him you'll visit the Legion soon, and talk as little as possible. I prefer not to be seen by the Consul Metellus.
Accept, Divine One, the homage and the oath of devotion from me and the whole Legion. This is the first time the gods have allowed me to gaze upon Caesar.
I've heard much that's flattering to you. The power of Rome depends on your aptitude, bravery, and valor.
You've accomplished more in one day in Thrace than I in a year with my Legion.
But I prefer that the people remember their emperor as a man of peace. It will be a pleasure to review your troops in my camp this very day.
Lucius! Lucius! Where are you?
Here.
I hope you were listening. Why, I did a perfect job.
You're absolutely convinced that he believes you're Nero.
I'm positive he does.
Metellus knows Nero like the back of his hand.
Huh?
He was lying when he said it was the first time he'd seen the Emperor.
Well, then, you should have stopped him before he got away.
I thought of that. He's already in the dungeon.
After so many years at court, I'd forgotten what life was like. I know what peace is again, and I owe it to you.
Perhaps it was your God who brought us together.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. All those things you told me seem crazy to a man like me. Don't be offended.
No.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. To him who slaps you, offer the other cheek, and forgive their sins. When I hold your hands and look at you, these things don't seem so ridiculous. I've already forgiven some of my enemies. You are a Roman, aren't you? I'm sorry, Livia. I'm just a barbarian.
Every woman wants to hear what you're trying to say.
Livia!
I want to get away from here. Fast.
Livia! Livia! Livia!
The sad betrayal of the Consul Metellus has profoundly disturbed the Emperor. Yet he's sure of your fidelity. He's charged me with the duty of assuming command of the legions. We confirm our loyalty to the divine Nero. But we ask one thing. What are the charges that were brought against Consul Metellus? I accept your oath of loyalty. But I will not refer your question to Nero. I'm afraid it might annoy him. We thank you. Long...
Oh. You can't come in here.
Stop! Your behavior would be better suited to the stable. Well, I know you're Spartacus. Everyone knows you. You must have been a magnificent gladiator.
We must talk. I want to ransom a slave that your soldiers captured.
I would say recaptured. Well, what's the slave's name?
Livia. She's a woman who means a lot to me.
The Emperor desires that our two peoples live in harmony. Therefore, I grant you the girl.
I'll pay you what you ask.
I can't accept money from Thracians. I'm making him a gift of the slave Livia. Accompany him to her.
Come with me.
Tell Livia I want her.
Any further resistance from you and we'll kill your friend Livia. Take him away.
You are very clever. Worthy of me. However, you went a little too far, in my opinion. By the way, that Thracian was here. Yes, Spartacus. He wanted to set you free. He really seems to have lost his head over you.
And what did you say?
Oh, of course I consented, my dear. Now that he's in prison, he'll have plenty of time to reflect on what an idiot he was, even to dare to look at you.
Consul Metellus.
Spartacus.
But who put you in prison?
Lucius and that impostor whom everyone thinks is Nero. They're traitors, both of them. And the proof of it is that I'm here.
The Romans are no friends of mine. But if you want to, you can come with me.
Officer of the guard! Sound the alarm!
You'll never do it in time. You've already saved my life once. Save yourself.
What's happened? Spartacus is in the cell of Consul Metellus. Open it up.
Be quick. Take your whole squad into the cell of Spartacus. If you don't recapture Spartacus, I swear I'll have every one of you skinned alive.
Livia, where can we talk?
come with me.
I can't understand what happened. I offered to ransom you, and I was told I could take you away.
Who said that?
Lucius.
Lucius?
And then they seized me and locked me in a cell. But you can come with me now, Livia. Don't you want to?
Try to believe in me. Even if I can't explain what's going on, I want you to know that...
It's too late, but you mustn't take any chances.
But I don't ever want to leave you again.
As soon as I can, I'll come back to get you. And for always.
What good does it do to intercept messages from Rome, and to keep Consul Metellus in prison, or to take over by trickery the command of a Roman legion? The only real danger to us is...
Spartacus, I know. I've calculated every risk, but I didn't count on stumbling over that cursed Thracian.
You, my divine one, don't you ever have an idea? Every time I see you, I have another inspiration. The first was the idea of having you impersonate Nero. My newest one is to turn you into the greatest gladiator of all time.
I have a few ideas. But you, my friend, have too many.
See these two apples? This one's Nero. This is Spartacus. They will meet in the arena. The divine Nero will have to kill Spartacus. Otherwise, the treasure of the Thracians will never fall into our hands.
That treasure again. You've been talking about that ever since we left Rome to find it. But we haven't been able to find it. And now Spartacus has disappeared.
I know someone who'll deliver Spartacus whenever we want him.
Who?
The high priest of the god Mithra. I don't believe he'd want to alienate his emperor. Or fail to take advantage of the divine Nero's generosity.
Oh, so it all falls on my shoulders again. I might have known. But it's not as easy as you think. He's as strong as 10 giants. You don't know this man. I do. We were both gladiators, and I know the strength in his hands. I'll be the one who'll be killed in the arena.
Yes, if it weren't for me, you certainly would. But before the decisive round, I'll prepare a trap that'll send Spartacus right down to Hades.
I don't intend to fight against an impostor who claims to be Emperor of Rome. That man is not Nero.
Spartacus, how can we believe you?
You've lost all sense of proportion.
Have you any proof of what you say?
I haven't any proof, but I know it.
That's not enough.
All right. I'll accept the challenge anyway. If that Roman triumphs, then I'll admit I was wrong and accept whatever punishment you think fit for me. But if I win, then I'll lead the people in rebellion against the false hero.
The god Mithra will award the triumph to him who is in the right.
Remember, you are challenging the Empire.
I'd like to speak to you.
Go.
Alone.
Out. What is it that's bothering my precious Livia?
I ask for the life of Spartacus.
What are you saying?
I know everything. I overheard you talking with Cornelio and Terentius.
Why would you want to save the life of Spartacus?
I love him.
You what? You, my daughter? In love with a barbarian? This is my reward for the sacrifices I've made.
And for all the risks I've had to face and for those I'll face in the future. All this to see my daughter married to my worst enemy.
I ask your pardon, Father. But I can't help myself. Although I agreed to take part in your plans, I was terribly afraid that you'd sink to the level of Cornelio and Terentius. But I've always done whatever you wanted.
But now that you're in love with Spartacus, your father doesn't exist anymore. I'm sorry. But it's too late to change my plans.
All right, kill him if you must. But that won't help you find the treasure. Isn't that really the only reason that brought you here?
What of it?
I can tell you where the treasure is hidden. But in exchange, I demand the life of Spartacus.
You're not joking. You wouldn't fool your father.
Look. This is a necklace I stole from the treasure of the Thracians.
Even if I were to agree to this, how shall I say, barter? I don't know how to go about saving him.
There is a way.
How?
Before the final round, I'll give Spartacus a drug that doesn't kill, but will only put him to sleep.
By the gods, you're cleverer than your father. Now tell me where the treasure is.
I'll tell you only after I have Spartacus alive in my hands. They're waiting for you.
The Emperor and Spartacus, with only the strength of their bodies, shall each hold a team of horses for as long as the drums shall beat.
divine Nero and the champion of Thrace, Spartacus, will each fight against 3 gladiators. The winner will be the one who defeats, in the shortest time, all 3 of his adversaries. The weapons are made of wood, in order to avoid mortal wounds.
Only your weapons are wooden.
Now the 2 champions will face the ultimate test, man against man.
Spartacus, they tricked you.
We'll worry about that later. Thank you. It's really nothing.
They're waiting for the final contest.
By Jove. The death of the true Nero seemed about to ruin us. Now it's turning out to be useful. Stop. That is not done by an emperor. You must never kneel before anyone. In Rome, they're already fighting over the succession to the throne. But who is better qualified than you to succeed Nero? The legions are in my hands, and soon the treasure will be ours. We have the weapons, we have the gold. Nothing will be able to stop us. You enjoyed today's triumph in the arena? Very well. Prepare to enjoy a series of triumphs in all the arenas throughout the Empire.
Water you gave me to drink had a very bitter taste. You've wrecked everything. The Thracians have abandoned me for good, as if I was their enemy. You ruined my people. You betrayed me in favor of that dirty imposter.
Oh, won't you please try to understand that I had to do it? It was the only way to save you.
I only understand that you Christians ruin everyone who believes in you. It would be better if you were destroyed, exterminated.
The Christians have nothing to do with this. Because I'm not a Christian. I only pretended to be.
All the things that you ever told me. You tell me they were all false.
I had to lie. Otherwise, you never would have agreed to help me when you found me in the woods.
So that was false, too.
Yes. I'm really the daughter of Lucius Quintilius. I had to obey my father. You must believe that.
Go away. Go away. You heard me. Leave me alone.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe that my brother Metellus would march against Rome. I know him too well.
But in any case, it's certain that his legions are about to leave Thrace for the frontiers.
It's up to us to stop him from Dalmatia, and immediately.
I'll resign my command in favor of anyone who wants it. Inform the Roman Senate.
Galba, we understand very well why you should be so disturbed. But if we have to stand idle awaiting orders from Rome, we'll never be able to stop the legions from Thrace. You must remain at your post.
I just can't believe that my brother, the Consul Metellus, would stain himself with such infamy.
How far are our legions from Thrace?
2 days' march.
The tragic decision has been made. This must constitute for all of us a clear demonstration that above personal questions, there exists the concept of duty to the nation. We march immediately against the rebel legions.
General, our scouts report that the Thracian legions are only 10 miles from here.
Proceed with caution and send the patrols wide.
I've told you the truth, Spartacus.
She is the daughter of Lucius Quintilius. I can vouch for her story. Nero's been assassinated in Rome, and Lucius Quintilius intercepted the message from the Senate.
So many terrible things are happening in these times.
What you say is quite true. Greed and ambition have been the downfall of your father. I understand your reasons for being offended. But in the name of your friendship for Metellus, I ask you to stay and fight on our side.
And you will regain all of our esteem.
I hope you finally understood.
I accept.
Spartacus, Marcus Vinicius. What's the news?
Your officers remain faithful to you.
Metellus! Before we begin spilling the blood of our brothers, our soldiers, I want to talk to you as one Roman citizen to another.
There is no Metellus here. But if you want to speak to the new commanding general, here I am.
While we await the choice of a new emperor, we Romans must remain more than ever united.
The new emperor is already chosen.
I, Caius Aurelius Terentius. I am the new emperor.
I recognize no man as emperor unless he's received the consent of the Senate. You're acting outside the law and against the Senate.
It's you who are outside the law. Do you or don't you recognize your emperor?
No.
That means war.
For Rome and the Senate.
Flying wedge formation, ready to attack. It's up to you to take care of that traitor Galba.
Do you recognize me? Of course. You're our commanding officer. Welcome back.
The cavalry is ready?
Ready to attack. As always, on your orders, General.
If we reach the battlefield in time, I may be able to prevent the worst.
There's my brother Metellus, his cavalry.
We'll have to retreat. But why? I'm having a wonderful time. Hey, you're mad. Hurry.
Don't shed any more of your brother's blood. Stop the fighting. The battle is over.
I beg you, spare my father.
Don't worry, Livia.
Lucius! Come on, you. Come on.
I'm using only my hands. You owe me revenge, Gladiator.
In all this terrible story, there is someone who has suffered as much as we have. We owe her everything.
You've convinced me of the existence of an unknown god. And now it's my desire that there will be peace between the Romans and the Thracians. So I'm in your debt.
Will you forgive me?
That's the first thing I learned.
And the second?
Tell me again.
To love your enemies.
Especially you.